Hello and very warm welcome to RefLimps. This is Farooq Hussain. In this hands-on video tutorial, we will learn how we can work on Koha global system preferences. Here we are going to use Koha 22.11 that is slightly different or upgraded as compared to other versions of Koha. So let's start with this video. Let me open my Koha interface, staff interface. That is available on localhost 8001 port. Log in here with your super librarian credential. And after this, we need to move to administration. Here we have global system preferences. And now let us start. Auto credit number. You can provide your credit card number, but I don't think so. Enable point of sale. So you can enable point of sale. Uh, I'll show you what happened when you enable this. Use cash register. You have to configure cash register, and you are actually selling something from your library. If you want to sell something from your library, so you can enable sale. What is we said? A point of sale. So you can enable this. Uh, when you save this, you will see the change here. And then you need further configuration to this. See, point of sale, enable here. And we will configure this in some other video. I try a little bit, but I'll show you how actually you quite detail how you actually configure this. Okay. But it is not an important thing in a library, so that's why I would prefer to skip. Instead, you work on this. Okay, now in policy, this is the accounting. In accounting, we have these policies like account auto reconcile. So you can do this. Fine payment auto pop-up. So you can enable pop-up when there's fine. So pop-up enable. Required payment type. Uh, okay. Staff to select a payment type when a payment is made. I don't think so. Round find at payment, yes. Sometimes we do not have coins to pay. After the accounting, we have acquisition. I'll try to cover with some important preferences instead of all of them. They are too much actually. Okay. Policy. Okay. So acquisition, create item, place an order. Acquisition enables files. Don't enable them. Claim BCC. So you can enable claim BCC. Currency format. So you can select the currency format. Email purchase suggestions. So you will receive emails. Koha admin email would be better. You can provide the email address here if you are not configure any of them. Mark field to order, mark item to order. You can see, you can add it if you need, or you can leave it blank for default. Order price rounding, yes. Purchase suggestion older than perk suggestion. This is perk like delete suggestion or something like that. Tax rate, so you can add some tax rate. I don't know the tax rate, 1% or 2% or 0 point some percent. Depends on your country rate. I don't know. So for example, 1%. Unique item field. The following database column should be unique in an item field, that is barcode, of course, for acquisition as well. Use acquisition framework for bibliographic record. You can use this acquisition framework. We have discussed the framework for bibliographic record, but the better idea is to catalog after you acquire the resource, and instead you catalog when you are acquiring resource. That's depend. If you use the acquisition module, you have to catalog prior you acquire the resource. Okay. After the acquisition, okay, we have administration. Okay. CS authentication. I think leave the CS authentication as it is. We are here at localhost, the server name. Uh, there you can provide the address for failed overdue notification. Uh, for example, I will write uh, this is for example only. Or you can use Koha admin email address. Enable address failed overdue notices are sent to this address, or if left empty, then it will fall back to the first defined address in the following. Library reply to library emails. I think leave it blank, and then we will use the Koha admin email. So we will configure Koha admin. I'll show you. Debug level. Email overdue notices. No email send overdue notices to patrons without email address to staff. Koha admin email address would be root@localhost. So I will say this is for example only, not the right address. No item type image. Show item type icon in the staff interface. Yes, okay. Reply to default. Email address to be set as the reply to email. You can set any email like a Koha admin. Return to path email. You need to provide. I think shortcodes are not working here. But you can leave them blank for the Koha default email address. Yes. Virtual shelf, yes. Auto location requires staff to log to computer in the IP range specified by their library if any. Yes, link to library administration. I don't know. Independent branches, pattern modification, independent branches. So you can make branches independent in changing this system preferences will critically alter the behavior of Koha changing preferences. Yes, so not a recommended thing. And session storage would be MySQL. You can select Memcache, PostgreSQL, but you have to configure them. But I don't prefer to use any of them. Only the MySQL database. Whatever you have configured at prior, that you will use. Like 2 days timeout, I just modify for 2 days. SSL client authentication, that can be email, or that can be search engine, that is Zebra. You can modify to Elasticsearch, but you have to share your stat text. You can share your stat text. The Koha community. Save. Okay, now after the administration, we have authorities. Okay, authorities, we have two things: journal and authority display hierarchy. Don't show. I will go with the default. That is quite good. Close, merge. Use authority for pressing. Yes. Auto link biblios. Don't attempt to automatically link heading when saving the card. The cataloging module. I think leave it. Welcome back. Let us continue the Koha global system preferences. Here we are using Koha 22.11. So far we have completed accounting, acquisition, administration, authorities, and now we are at cataloging. Cataloging is some important, and there we need to focus. Okay, now let us explore one by one. Display acquisition details, so you can display them or you can hide them. Authority separator would be double dash. That's quite good. Hide mark, you can hide mark, uh, but I don't think so. Or you can view catalog in ISBD label form or mark form or normal form. So to view catalog on a staff interface uh, is the display on normal form. On OPAC is display on normal form instead of mark form or the label form or the ISBD form. So you can actually change this. ISBD, you can change the setting of ISBD. ISBD is actually International Standard Bibliographic Description, but I don't prefer. Label mark view, I don't think so. Merge report field. Opaque separation, I don't think so. Separate holding, okay, none here. Exporting, how you would actually like to export the biblio. You can see the details available here, but importing, so you can change the view. Aggressive match on ISBD, no. Aggressive match on ISSN, no. Mark overlay rules, okay. Okay, interface is the advanced mark editor. I don't think so we need advanced mark editor, but if you would like, you can show here. I'll show you how you actually enable this. Default classification source mark, I mean DDC, it's a, or you can change this to LC or any other. Default save record field would be the bibliographic record number, biblio number, or you can change this to control number. Easy analytical resource, enable advanced cataloging editor. I'll show you where happened. Record, leave it. Alternate hold field, apply framework default value when catalog, new record. Auto barcode, you can generate auto barcode. So at the time of cataloging, you can generate auto barcode. Auto control number, default country field would be, you can add the country field using this hyperlink mark code for list of countries. So you can check this. And the default language field would be, you can add the default language as well. See, but in a catalog, the default, we cannot fix the default country and default language, so we have multiple items available. Item level, but if you are fixed with one country or any other, so you can actually add the item level, item types. Okay, I think specific item is mark field for creator ID, so you can provide store record creator borrower. So I don't think so. Mark flavor, we are using mark 2.1. If you are using mark unimark, so you can change. I think mark 2.1 is universal. Mark organization code OST, you can change in library at the time of library, or you can change this. Leave blank to disable this option. This is the default mark organization code. New item default location, you can add the default location of new item when item are created, giving them the temporary location. So you can provide, should be a location code or blank to disable them. So you can write the code like new arrival code, for example. Pre-fill item, when a new item is added, the new item is not pre-filled with last created item, or you can change this. I think the first one is good. Subfield to allow for restricted batch mode. You can use this, but I don't think. Subfield to allow restricted editing. Someone on gate. Subfield to use when pre-filled. Unimark field 100 language. Can change this. Use OCLC encoding level. If you are using OCLC, so you can change this. We are not using OCLC. Okay. OCLC defined value for mark encoding level in leader value building position. Z3 9.50 normalization, author, and the authority field. Don't copy. Yes. Last one is spine label. Okay, spine label auto print. I don't think so. Spine label format. So you can generate a format like item call number, copy number, or you can add the air as well, whatever you want to add. So you can, like for example, spine label show print on bib detail, the bibliographic. So you can actually, okay, I'll show you what happened. So when you perform cataloging, there's an advanced editor available. Change this. Welcome back. After the cataloging in global system preferences of Koha, we have circulation. So let us move to the global system preferences and let's continue the circulation. Here, now, number of things available in circulation, but I would prefer to go with the default setting instead of modification, much modification, to avoid to modify too much. But according to your policy, you can change. Okay, now this is the first thing, article request. If someone want to request article, you can manage with your Koha system. Article request, you can enable this or you can disable this. When you enable this, it will start working, and you can use the link control and mandatory field, what actually you need mandatory to receive the request. I think all are important. And article mandatory field, item only. Too much. We need to limit this author, title, and to similar author. Article request mandatory fields, items only. Okay, you can distribute this actually. Items we need. Article request mandatory fields, record only. Fields. Okay, we need to distribute all fields, like, or you can go with blank for the default. Article request OPAC host restriction disable, and the format you will use the photocopy, and then batch checkout. I don't prefer to use batch checkout, but you can allow some category to batch checkout. Check-in policy. Check-in policy, of course, you have to define the books you written in library, what policy you are following. We actually define the circulation rules in the Koha administration, and this is something that would be the part of policy according to your library. Automatically confirm transfer, block written of lost item, block written of withdrawal items. I think yes. Calculate fine on backdate, yes. Calculate fine on written, yes. Hide personal patterns detail on circulation, don't hide. Hold autofill, I don't think so. By default, I mean, most of the things are correct, but if you want to change any, you can. Okay. Checkout policy. Okay, age restriction override, yes. Staff allowed to modify. All fine need override, yes, of course. Allowed fine override, yes. Allowed item on hold checkout, okay. Yes. Staff need to be allowed for all types of things. Again, auto return to branch at any level, yes. Allow set automatic renewal, yes, the staff can do that. Allow too many override, yes. Automatically item written, of course. Default long overdue charges value, can actually limit this. Default long overdue lost value. Okay, maximum outstanding. Mark loss item as written. There are 7 values. Out of 7, we have selected 6. I mean, by default, it's selected 6. And maximum outstanding would be 5 rupees. No issues charge if there's a 5 rupees balance. The issue will not, I mean, book will not check out. Similar for guarantor, you can no issuance charge guarantor with guarantor with guarantee. Exact fine, exact time actually, not fine. So you can provide the email. Koha. On-site checkout allowed. Checkout. You can enable this or disable this as per your policy. Overdue notice calendar. Use calendar. Overdue notice from complete line option. Item home library. Checkout library. Overdue block circulation. Don't block. And okay. Print notices. Maximum lines. And renewal send notices. And rental fee. Checkout confirmation. Course reservation. Some libraries course reservation allowed. Curbside pickup. Enable the curbside pickup module. So we'll see what is it. Find policy. Find calendar. Use the calendar, of course. Find include grace period. If there's no policy, don't include. If fine mode, charge fine on close day, don't calculate, yes. If hold fees, only if items are checkout and the record has at least one hold already, yes. Or you can change. Okay. Processing fee note, text to be called the column note, hold policy. Okay. You can define as per your policy. Like they cannot hold 50. Oh, I think. Housebound module. Interface for circulation. You can add some notices CSS here. Circulation auto print quick slip. Circulation configure item path. Display clear screen button, I think. Show print slip and clear screen. Show print quick slip. Clear screen. interlibrary loan. If you are using this, circulate ILL, interlibrary loan, ILL, check availability or the availability. Check email address, item bundle, pattern restriction, recall, recall max pickup delay, use recall, claim written, charge fee. When marking a checkout as claim written, ask if a lost fee should be charged. Charge a lost fee, don't charge a lost fee. I mean, that's up to your policy. Claim written, lost value would be, if you want to write lost here, so you need to type the code over the lost authorized value, whatever the code you have assigned, you need to write here, like missing or whatever. Claim written, warning threshold, warn librarians that a pattern has excessive written claims if the pattern has claim the written or more than 2 items, 3 items, up to hands on. Clean up, clean up database written claims. So remove resolve written claims older than 7 days or whatever the days. Tip 2, check self check-in module. So you can work on this self check-in modules. Okay, include the HTML on the self check-in screen. So you can actually customize this screen and you can enable self check-in here. Self check-in timings would be 120 seconds for one transaction. Self check-in user CSS, you can also write user CSS here, JavaScript here. Self checkout, I have made a video completely about self check-in checkout, and that's available on my channel, so you can have that video. Okay, stock rotation module, enable the stock rotation module. I don't think so. Okay, after the circulation, we have in global system preferences. I think we need to work on enhanced content. There, I would say to use Amazon cover images here, and yes, it's okay. And for OPAC as well, with staff interface and OPAC. And you can also use some like other websites, for example, Google Jackets, but Google Jackets are bigger in size. Local or remote cover image. Synthetic, if you have configured synthetic, it's actually a catalog enrichment tool. You can use this, but you need to subscribe actually. And after the enhanced content, we have e-resource management. Yes, you can manage e-resource in Koha as well. You can enable this and you can limit this to local, or you can use AppScore. I would say use local, and for AppScore you need to provide the API key here or the customer ID here, because if you have subscription to AppScore, then you can provide this information. So go on with local, enable. When you enable this, see what happens here. Let me show you. See, it's now e-user management, new module here, and there you can see the agreement, license, e-holdings, and so on. Loading. So there's no agreement right now. We can add one agreement here. Then license, e-holdings, packages, Sub 2, like when you have subscription, so you can use this option. Then we have, I don't prefer to make any change here. Local use. Again, with the local use, you can see this is 22.11 logs. You can activate the logs for the debugging or logging. So acquisition log, you can activate this. Authorization failure log, so you can. Authorities, actually authorities, not authorization. Authentication. So you can activate like any log you want to. For example, ILL log can activate. Hold log. And in reports or tool, you can have the reports of logs. Hello and very warm welcome to Reference. This is Farooq Hossain. In this hands-on video tutorial, we will continue the Koha global system preferences and we will discuss the OPAC here. So let me log in my system and administration. In administration, we have global system preferences. And so far we have discussed a log, and now we are going to work with OPAC. Okay, I have also opened my OPAC, which is on localhost 8000 port, and staff interface is on 8001 port. Now in OPAC advanced search types, there's only item types. See, in advanced search, we have only item type. To display shelving location or the collection, so we can add C code, we can add LOC for shelving location, and this OPAC advanced search more option. See, all are selected, but you can see OPAC advanced search options, there will be 5 options out of 6. So by display you can see 5 options there in OPAC, and when you extend this more option, so it will display the 6th one. Subtypes. Here. Okay, so leave this as it is. And then appearance, this is for authority type, and biblio default view in simple form, that's quite good. Coin since OPAC result, I think it's okay. Display OPAC icon actually. Show hide lost item, show library name. See there, your library name is advanced search, and you can change like reference main or any whatever you want to, like reference only. OPAC additional style sheet, if you have somewhere style sheet, so you can add here and you can read this detail. OPAC add mask head library pull down, this one. This pull down you can add if you have multiple libraries, so you can add the option of libraries here through this. OPAC base URL, so you can provide the URL if your OPAC has URL. OPAC display 856U as image, I think so. At both detail and result page must be display. OPAC export option, select all. Fallback, that is program. Favicon, this icon, so you can change this icon with any icon, email, image like a maybe copy image link. I don't know, it's might maybe work or not, but this way you can provide your image link. It's actually the search result, it's too long, may not work. image. You need to add YouTube here. Anyways, I hope it may work. Okay, let's see. OPAC highlighted words, yes. OPAC holding default sorted field, first column of the table. OPAC Koha URL, uh, this URL, powered by Koha. If you want to hide this, you can say don't show. OPAC language selector mod, display language selector on both, yes. Top and footer. If you have multiple languages on your OPAC, if you want to configure multiple languages on your OPAC, you can. And to display on your top and at the bottom, need to use this one, this option, or only footer or top or both. If you want to learn how you actually configure multiple languages with your OPAC, so you can have a video on my channel. And OPAC location branch to display holding library, OPAC location on details below the holding library, OPAC maintenance. If somehow your OPAC is under maintenance, so you can show this map. Then OPAC will not display, and your maintenance message, whatever you write here, will be displayed. By default, there's a message available, and you can actually change that message here. And OPAC maximum item to display 50 on one page. OPAC meta description, if you want to change, you can write more description. OPAC my summary HTML, so you can provide summary HTML as well. OPAC no item type image. Show, I think, or icons actually. OPAC no search result. OPAC no search result found, so you can provide some messages or some, where it is, HTML format. OPAC play music, don't think. OPAC public enable if you want to disable, so you can. OPAC result library, that is your home library. OPAC result maximum item 1. OPAC result maximum item unavailable 0. OPAC result unavailable grouping by branch and the sub status. OPAC search result for title in, there is something by default. I think leave it as it is. OPAC separate holding, don't separate. OPAC show checkout name. If you want to show the who actually borrowed the book, so you can show the checkout name. OPAC so your patrons can see. Hold queue details. OPAC show music. OPAC recent comment. Okay, if you want to show comment, so you can actually. OPAC star rating, so you can provide this option as well. We are using bootstrap theme on OPAC, I mean the responsive theme. Moving. And OPAC URL open in new window, yes. If there's some link, must be open in. The page is stuck, working slow. OPAC uses CSS, so you can customize your OPAC with using CSS, JS as well, Java queries. Let me put some CSS and I'll show you. I have actually shared this CSS and the scripts with number of people. If you need this, you can write to me. But this video is not about how to customize OPAC. This video is about the global system protection. It's not working. This CSS is about to change the color of OPAC main page. See, this is for the search bar. This one, you can change the color of the search bar, and the body color and the main. This is the body outside, and this option, I mean, this is called the OPAC main user block. So you can change the color to this CSS. We select the same color, we can change like any of the color. I don't know what color it is. You can have the color code. I don't know what color code is it. Anyhow, so and after the CSS we have JS. So you can add some JavaScript. For example, you want to make this library catalog to keyword. You want to change this library catalog to keyword. So you can have that, like for example, what we said, Koha jQuery library. You can find the keyword. Paste here. Summary XSL. I think go with the default for extra information. So you can have authentication, features, number search, RSS result 50, author OPAC acquisition detail don't show. If you want to show acquisition details, so you can show on OPAC as well. OPAC author identifier, if you want to show, you can allow. Qualities allow. Book bag allow. You can don't allow. Discard. Okay. This is for Elasticsearch only. OPAC cloud. Cloud is something like available tag cloud. So subject cloud on the OPAC. For this you need to run one cron job. OPAC comment, you have allowed comment. OPAC detail QR code, that is disabled. You can activate this. Item location would be library and the call number, or you can limit this to library, and you can extend this to library, collection code, and the call number, and you can change this to library, location, and call number, library and call number. I think okay. OPAC news library selected. Show a library selection list from a news item. News item is something display here on OPAC. And then here we are. OPAC password change allowed. OPAC pattern image, yes, we need to allow. OPAC pop-up author search, okay. OPAC report problems, then problem will go to OPAC admin email. OPAC reset password allowed. OPAC top issue allowed. This is a depend on your policy, but it's okay. OPAC user login allowed. Quote of the day you can use for staff interface for OPAC, and you can configure quote of the day. OPAC show, you can change the detail of reviewer, like first name, first and last initial, no name. So there's no need to write their name. OPAC review photo. OPAC URL. OPAC open URL item type. Policy for OPAC. Block expired pattern. OPAC action. OPAC allow public list creation. Okay. OPAC allow sharing private list. Don't allow. OPAC fine. No renewal. OPAC fine. No renewal including credits. Hidden item. OPAC hidden item expansion. Too much actually. Search my library first. Don't limit this. OPAC renewal branch. Privacy. Okay. Go with the default privacy. Restricted page. So you can provide some IP here for restricted page or the URL as well. There. Okay. Self registration and modification. Email address of the library. Email address for patterns registration. Choose email address that new pattern self registration will send to. Okay. If you choose email address for patterns registration, you have to enter a valid email address here. We have discussed the self registration, we have discussed the self check-in checkout in one of the videos, so you can have that video. Shelf browse suggestions. Okay, person need to write his name, that's why I don't allow. You can limit to maximum. Max total suggestions would be, I think, go with the default. And there you can add some mandatory field for suggestions, like author, copyright, ISBN, item type, patrons, reason. Title, quantity, copyright date can be here. OPAC suggestion unwanted field. So it's saved now. There are some unwanted field if you want to. I think I have saved that. OPAC view other suggestions, suggestions, patterns, category, exceptions. So we have saved this. Now let's refresh this. OPAC, see what happens. See, color has changed, this one, and in CSS, OPAC user CSS, shade of this color. We can black this like a see, the favicon has also changed, and now it's black. And change this to white. So there's nothing written here in the main user block. If you write something, so it will actually display. Okay, let me white this. All the screen is white, and this border, because of this color, make this white as well, and the background as well, all white actually. So this is white as well. Now your complete catalog is white. Okay, yes, we have moved this catalog to keyword now, and then report a problem. So it will report, you can write problem, I mean your pattern can report problem. We have subject cloud here, this pull down, and in advanced search we have collection code, shelving location. So we have more options. Sheet of multiple colors, now we have completely white. You can change according to your requirement. Okay, so far we have configured OPAC and through the global system preferences, and now we are moving forward. Welcome back. So let us continue with the Koha global system preferences. In Koha 22.11, so far we have completed the OPAC, and now we are going to work on the patterns. Here we are. Here. Patterns, we have these groups, and we have to configure as per our policy. So allow patterns to control auto renewal. If you have policy, so you can allow pattern, allow only staff here by default, auto approve patterns profile setting that disable by default, and then auto check previous, I think, checkouts. Do check borrowers checkout history to see if the current item has been checked out before. So you can allow this. Default pattern search field would be the first name, middle name, surname, and so on, I think. Other name, card number, user ID, so you can search a pattern when you actually circulate a book. And enable borrowers field, don't enable the ability to upload and attach a key. I think we should go with the default, but somewhere we can change, like maximum fine. If you have policy of maximum fine like this will be the maximum file that you can collect. So you can write here. Lock expiry delay can also mention. Intranet reading history, allow. Statistics field, show the following field from the item database table as a column on the statistics tab on the patterns record. Use discharge, don't allow librarian to discharge borrowers and borrowers to request a discharge, but you can allow actually. Membership expiry, so the current date, membership expiry, the notice, today back. Notify borrowers departure, yes. Notices and notification. Auto email new user, send the welcome email. Auto email primary address, yeah, that's already good. Auto renewal notices. Enhanced messaging, fall back to SMS if no email enable. You have to configure SMS as well, I mean SMS driver as well. Notify password change, phone notification, there you need to provide SMS driver and the service. SMS send username, password, address with the email sending, I mean this link to email SMS send driver from address, need to provide the service here. Use email receipt and patterns form. Auto members number, so if you want to activate this, the number would be something like this. And borrowers mandatory fields, when you actually start filling a card, I mean record patterns record, I'll show you actually. I was already logging there, but I don't know how about. When you start patterns, for example, student, mandatory field is surname and the card number, library. So you can change this to card number only instead of surname. Now we have save. You can add salutations to your patterns like Miss, Mr, Mrs, doctor, professor, and so on. Forwards unwanted fields, so you can actually hide some unwanted fields with the pattern form, this one. Now refresh this, you will see surname will be hidden. Now this is not a mandatory field. And similar, you can hide some fields like relationship, whatever you want to hide here. Example, zip code, second phone number, other names, other phone number. Okay. Card length, you can say the card length would be 8 numbers or maximum 32 numbers. Patterns quick add field, you can also guide for quick add field. For example, you just need a card number. Where is the card number? Primary email, address, card number, patterns category, username. Where is the name? Surname here. First name. Uppercase username. You can allow this. Patterns relationship. Allow staff to set checkout visibility for guarantor. Don't allow, you can allow. You can add some relationship. Uncle. Privacy, I think go with the default. Security. After the patterns, we have searching. Now you can see the quick add pattern. Pattern list. See, quite shortened form. You can add the required field only. Okay. In searching, we have did you know mean spell check. We need to provide the Libris. This is a link with Libris API key. Other features we have browse result selection. Enable browse search result from the bibliographic record details in the staff interface. So a person can actually browse result. This relevant to Elasticsearch cross field. Enable search history. We can enable this. Include C from in search. Yes, we can include. Query auto truncate. Okay, automatically. Truncate is something like you add a star, search the multiple things. For example, if you add lib and 1 star after the lib, so it will search library, librarians, and the relevant products. I mean the relevant words. So truncation is actually searched number of item at one. Query fuzzy, yes, try. Query escape. Save search filter. Result display. Biblio item information. So default sort field would be the relevance, or you can change by author, date of publication, title. Display paste count. Don't need. Display library. Okay. Max item in search result 20. Max record for facet for 20. Max search result 20. OPAC default sort field and in descending form. OPAC num search result. I mean OPAC number. Drop down. OPAC number search result drop down. Search form. Can add C code. LOC here. Okay, save now. Okay, let's see. More search. Your field, keyword. Right now we have not cataloged any of the items, so I cannot show you the result here. But as I catalog, I will show you. Okay. But this is some important that we have configured if you want to, and must check the Koha manual for further details. We are very quick actually here. And then serial. Okay. Make previous serial available. Don't make. Uh, Renew serial add suggestion. Add routine list. Place subscription history. Staff interface. You can modify the staff interface. I'll show you a few things here. Appearance. If you have some style sheet, so you can provide display 856U. 856U is actually marked tag for the URL, and URL is U. So instead of URL, you can have the picture or image that you actually configure in both, like result page or the details page. When you search in Koha, you have first the result page, and then when you click on specific result, then you reach to the detail page. So at both, you want to see the picture instead of the URL, so you can have this. Display icon, show, include, intranet includes, yes, includes. Intranet circulation, home, that will, you can provide some HTML here. Intranet navigation for staff interface, users, CSS, JS. You can change the logo. I mean, you can replace the Koha logo with your staff interface from the JS. I have one script here. Document. Staff. There you need to provide the URL for logo. Well, this script needs some correction. Authentication, options, hidden patterns name if there's some patterns in here. Intranet book back, staff detail item selection enabled. Okay, now after the staff, we have tools here. I will log out and I'll show you the image. These are the tools: barcode, barcode separator, batch item, the maximum batch item to display, batch deletion, and for modification, max item, process for batch modification to display for modification, that would be 1,000. So you can increase this limit, but I would prefer to go with 1,000. In fact, you can decrease this limit. News, author display, I mean, patterns card, image limit would be 5. Patterns card, upload perk temporary field days, give it blank. And after the patterns, I mean, after the tools, we have web services, where you can share your statistics journal. Access control allow origin. Set the access control allow origin header to ILS DI. You can activate this. ID reference, HANA KB, REST API. I think leave them by default. There's no. So we have completed the global system preferences of Koha. Let me log out here. So yes, the image is working. It's still in this script. This URL is for the Greenwich University logo. That logo is set on 150, 185 height and 200 width. And there you can see display here. So this way you can change the logo of a staff interface instead of Koha. Okay, so I changed this to default. Okay, thank you very much for watching Reference. This is Follow for San. Keep watching Reference. Thank you very much.